Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. So the first card you have for today, Gemini, is the Pietersite Gemstone. Further down it says direction. And below that it says, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Okay, so yeah, this is a beautiful rock out here, beautiful gemstone out here. Blue for the most part, and there is like golden patterns on it. So this is, it feels like a river to me. Like if I did not know this was a rock or a gemstone, it looks like kind of a river to me that's just flowing, And I feel that's what the energy of this card is, to start walking, to start moving. Don't be rigid about how you will get there. Like, you need to go from point A to point B. Now you can go via route 1, route 2, route 3, whatever that is, but you have to pick a route. You will get to the end point. But you need to start picking a direction. You need to start doing your thing. So start moving. I think you might be contemplating a little bit more, or just, analysis paralysis mode. So you have to move, you need to explore. It's like walking through a jungle. Or to a maze even, when we get into a maze, we just have to, walk around to see which door is open, which gate is open. How can we go, further and further down the maze towards the exit of the maze? It's something like that. So I do feel that the thing is that in a maze, you kind of feel through the direction. Like you feel like, let me go in this direction and see what happens. So following your inner heart, your inner voice, your intuition, and keep moving forward. So nobody needs a perfect kind of a roadmap, Nothing works out the way it's designed on paper, whether it's architecture, whether it's, cities under construction, or it's like a roadmap of a project in corporate, or whichever place. Nothing works, projections and estimates. And, there's commentary, there's sports commentary, there is political commentary and all of that. Even during elections, we don't know, there are exit polls and all of that is correct, but, not all the outcomes are the same as the guesstimates. So nothing will work out exactly as we had planned. There are tweaks, there are turns, there is ups and downs. So we just have to start putting that first break, that first step, and then, work our way through it. But here this is saying that you need to explore, you need to, it's all about lateral thinking. But if you don't pick a direction, if you don't start moving, if you don't ground your intentions that you want to go to point B, then, you don't know. Like, there could be from point A, you might have like you want to go to point C, or you want to go to point B, or you want to go to point D. There are 3 places. But you don't know where to go. You don't know what you want. It's like you want to go to a place, or for example, you want to go for a vacation to a city by the beach. Now, there's so many options. So you have to start exploring, and you have to, you have to decide, like, or maybe have options, like you want to go to a city with a beach, or you want to go to a sandy city, or you want to go to a winter city where it's snowing. So you have to decide what your destination is, and then you can start the planning phases. So, if you're just wandering from one place to another, or shifting between ideas, career ideas, or homes or something like that, you will never be able to close out on it unless you ground your emotions. So some of you might be, wanting to buy a house, but you don't know which neighborhood, which place, which city to finally decide or kind of, layer, we call home. So some of you might be confused because you have too many options to choose from, you know? That's what happens when you want to go buy something like, you know, I was saying the same thing, I think it was in the last reading, you know, if you want to buy a fan even, there's so many choices out there. Do you want to buy one with blades? Do you want to buy one which stands on the ground, which sits on the ceiling? How big is it? Is it, you know, sealed? Is it open? Are the blades open? Do they have a light? Or a small, big, medium? The ones that are colored, they have LEDs, or just one bulb, two bulb. So many options these days, you know, it's confusing. And then on top of that, there's brands that we have to investigate and study, get the reviews and feed that, and ask around and things like that. So that's the world that we live in today. But, you know, eventually, you know, it takes more time because in the earlier days, even 10 or 15 years ago, you know, when we rewind to that era, when you say table fan, there was hardly 2 or 3 choices. You go to a store, you pick one, and you seal the deal. If you want to go to a, you know, clothing store, there was just few of them. You go to a clothing store, you want to buy a pair of jeans, there's like few options out there, you know, and then you're done. Now today you want to buy a straight cut, there's so many straight cut patterns, designs, and colors, and shades, and, you know, choices. And there's so much. So everything, because of the choices, yeah, we have been spoiled so much. And the good thing about choices is that, you know, we get to explore our creative side. You know, like I said, like if we try fashion items, one lifetime is not enough to try everything that's out there in the fashion world. You know, and that causes a lot of confusion. But for, you know, enthusiasts who want a different look every now and then, it's, you know, it's like giving them many options. They're the happiest people, you know. For those who just want a simple look, for them it's a little confusing. So, but not confusing to for those who have something fixed in their mind, they just go there, yeah, I want a straight cut jeans, I buy that, I want a white shirt, whatever it is, available white shirt, I'm just gonna buy it. I just need something white. I don't care if it has a collar, doesn't have a collar, you know, fixed in our mind. So something like that. Though you need to ground that idea, like what exactly you want, so that you go there and get it. Like maybe a city you want to move to. Yeah, I want to move to a sunny city. This, it's closer to my house, and it has good sunshine. I'm going to move there. So you got to solidify that plan, that place, that destination, you know, and you don't really need a roadmap for that, you know. Now, for example, if you're on a vacation, visiting a city, you don't need really a roadmap. You can just go explore the city, wander here and there, and, you know, if you're there for a week, you don't have to plan every trip, every Uber ride. Doesn't need to be planned. You just need to go out there, step outside the hotel, and go start exploring. That's the energy. So, yeah, watch the movie Midnight in Paris. You'll really love that. I think that's very appropriate to describe this energy that I'm feeling. So watch Midnight in Paris, or you can even listen to Shawn Mendes. You know, if you like his songs, Lost in Japan is really kind of vibing with this energy. So you need to stay focused, decide which career path you want, which college you want, which company you want to work for, and things like that. And if you decide and you pick one thing, then you make sure that you follow through and finish it off before you pick the next one. So I do feel you're in a little bit of a restless energy right now. Gemini might be really curious. You might be just switching up ideas and one place to another, one talk to another, one subject to another, and things like that, you know. Now, further down it says, start walking even when the destination is unclear. Your steps weave the map. Trust the swirl, trust today's impulse, and trust the unfolding horizon. The next card you have, Gemini, is the Waning Gives You, and it says pleasure. Card number 18, 1, 8, and 9 are coming through strong with this energy. So this phase is just right after the full moon, right? But and there is a nice big glow of this moon in the picture. And it's a very calm. Look at this girl. She's like, you know, feels like an acrobat or something like that. You know, she's just like, you know, it feels like when I put my face to the fan and the wind blows, it's that kind of an energy that just calms us down, that cools us down, you know. The feeling of, especially in the summer months, when you put your face to the fan, or to the air conditioner after a sweaty day and things like that, the peace that comes is the energy that I'm picking up here. So I do feel that it's a very satisfied energy. When it says pleasure, it's like it doesn't have to be anything big. It's just like when you go swim in the pool or just go dip your toes in the pool and then you kind of, dive into it and you're just like floating around, so satisfied with the present, with your presence in the water, like having water all around you. Or if you go to a jacuzzi and you see the jet streams just hitting you and the massage and the calm that you feel just by standing in the jacuzzi, you don't have to go anywhere. That satisfaction, it's the enjoyment, living in the moment. It's like when you have had a good meal, like if you go to a restaurant, you really enjoy the preparations, you gobble, 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 and in the end, when you're full, you're like satisfied. It's a money well spent. Or it's like when you are with friends and, friends and family, and you're sharing moments and you're having a good laugh and you feel so satisfied when you're on your way back home, like it was a good meet up, and or when you have, been very productive, had a good day at work, you've seen the outcome is so rewarding, the efforts have paid off, and that moment you're like, finally the project is done, I'm so happy with my contribution, happy with what is the outcome, what we created. It's that energy. So just, I feel that give yourself permission to enjoy your life, Gemini. If you are kind of hesitating, you don't want to enjoy, or you're feeling guilty, don't. What are you guilty about? You've worked hard, you've paid for, you worked hard, enjoy the rewards of it. You've paid for a good meal, you've had a good meal, you enjoyed the taste, be happy about it. What's there to be guilty about it? So just enjoy the moments, guilt-free, savor it. Savor that moment. Even if, like I tell everybody, when you're taking small steps and you accomplish one step, savor that moment, those small achievements before you just get on to the next project or next step, next phase, whatever this is. It's, take the time to savor it. It's conscious enjoyment. So while this, the waning phase is the downward, right, of the moon, it's going to get smaller and smaller. And this phase mostly encourages to reflect on what you did right, what went wrong, what could have changed. Is there habits that you changed, how you integrate in your day-to-day? So this is the time of reflection, of letting go what's not working, of integrating the lessons and things like that. So it's a moment of good pause, good reflection, digestion, like we go out for a walk to digest our meals and you feel good about it. Here, it's like digesting everything you learned and feeling good that you put the effort and, you've integrated everything that you have learned. Now you can apply it, you've grown, you've evolved, you've matured, you've wisened up. So it's a good moment. But in today's world, there's so many things that we got to do. Our never-ending to-do list, so many demands. We got to cope up with this, catch up with this. We're spinning our wheels, we're doing too much. And in the middle of all of that, somewhere we forgot to take breaks. Somewhere we forgot to just relax and soak it in. So this is a meditation. This is encouraging you to enjoy those moments. Don't take life so seriously. Work will never end. You need to make that time to enjoy things in life, to take breaks, periodical breaks during the day, during the week, during the month, or after projects. We're working, but, there is no end to it. There's no end to our desires or our goals, So we need to consciously make that time for ourselves to enjoy what we have already achieved. If you have come, if you have, like, for example, you've completed a project, you made money now, enjoy that, enjoy the time off, enjoy replenishing, refreshing, rejuvenating, relaxing, everything. Now, with this pleasure card out here, some people might mistake it, and take it to the, take it too far. Like, speaking of pleasure, okay, I find pleasure in just gulping up a few drinks and getting wasted and all of that, all those destructive tendencies, kind of binge this and binge that, that's not really pleasure. Of course, having a glass of wine or two at max, watching, staying in moderation of everything and still enjoying those moments is something that this energy is encouraging. Nothing of binge doing. That's not pleasure really in my eyes. Now, sometimes, in the name of having fun, we still want to stay connected and do something like, multitask, like, okay, we're kind of, watching a movie, but at the same time, we're kind of scrolling our phone. Or we are eating, but at the same time, again, we're scrolling our phone. Or we're just thinking something in our heads. So kind of we're in a multitasking world, multitasking mindset. And I feel because of that, the pleasure of living in the moment, doing one task at a time, piecing things out, kind of is lost in time. So I do feel that this energy is asking you to not rush things. Don't rush your life away. Enjoy the present moment. Enjoy what you're doing. Take it one thing at a time. That's when you will feel so satisfied in whatever you accomplish in the day or in your lifetime, even I feel, Geminis. Now, you don't really have to go outside also to get this pleasure. You can just create some zen and cozy space in your house and listen to some nice music. You can keep your eyes shut and just light up or sit on a swing, sipping a cup of tea or coffee, whatever is your comfort food. And then just enjoy the moonlight, in the sky. You can just sit outside in your backyard, in your patio, in your balcony, whatever you have in your house. And just, just enjoy that. I feel that pausing or slowing down time is going to be very good for you. Because I feel that if you continue in this routine of just, I want to squeeze in every minute, one more email, one more message, one more chore, one more, one more thing or one more item to do, you will never feel satisfied in your life. You'll feel like you did not live a good life. That's how I take it. Like, we're constantly working, right? And if you're not taking the moment to, savor things, to travel, to cook good meals, to meet with friends, to watch good shows and be present in the moment, or exercise, or go for a good walk, or go to the gym, whatever is your thing, whatever is your hobby, if you're not going to prioritize that, you're not going to feel like you lived at all or you lived a full life. As they say, all work, no play makes Gemini a dull person. So don't get into that energy, Gemini. And let me tell you, like, if you are overstressed, if you're constantly thinking of work, if you're planning constantly, if you're multitasking constantly and you're not recharging your batteries, you won't even be that productive. It's scientifically proven that you will not be productive. You will not be that effective in doing things. And you will feel like, your day is going by, or you're wasting away your time, or you're not in a good mood, or you're sulky, or you're not happy. These emotions will start to hit you if you're not enjoying your life. So, Gemini, let yourself loose. Release the stress, release the worries. Stay cool, calm, collected, bring in some spiritual meditation practices, take a deep breath, and ensure that you're always in a relaxed state, so that it's good for your body too, for your mind, body, and soul, always being in a relaxed state, in a positive state of mind will always allow you to achieve more, to do better, to enjoy better, to live better, and even, connect to your angels, to cosmos, to divine, and spirituality, So take those periodic breaks without guilt. Or if you want a song, listen to Good as Hell. It's a great song, it'll pep your step up. It's a song by Lizzo. Good as Hell, it's really good. It's all about celebration. It's all about, giving the permission to enjoy life and do whatever you want. Further down here it says, pleasure is a secret medicine. When you honor joy, the universe multiplies it. Rest, receive, and let satisfaction ripple outwards. The next card you have, Gemini, is the Eight of Swords, and it says interference. Eight of Swords, blocked in the mind, you know, it's your energy. Swords is the air suit. So I do feel, now look at here, these swords are all, they're crossing each other, they're blocking each other. It's a little busy, crowded kind of an image that is shown out here. So I do feel that there is some kind of a interference, or maybe, this could be within your own mind itself. Maybe you have multiple ideas or your thoughts or contradictory thoughts that are clashing out, or maybe, somebody clash out with somebody else's thoughts, or it's like you have an idea and before you could finish thinking about it, you have another idea, and, I feel there's some kind of a mental clutter. There is some kind of a mental clutter out here, and all you need to do is declutter your mind, and I feel that your ideas are contradictory, you're kind of a mental fight out here. One day this, second minute that, third, second day this and that. So you're conflicted in your mind. And because of that, it came through in the Pietersite card as well, the first card itself. It was like, pick a direction, do something, move. But you're confused, you're conflicted. You have so many thoughts, so much mental chatter going on. But I feel that you need to connect more with your emotions, with your intuition right now, Gemini. Gemini, of course, you're the air sign, and you like a lot of mental exercise and, talks and understanding, processing, reading, and all of that. But I feel that you are overstimulated right now. You have too much going on in your head, too much mental chatter, or too many thoughts, or too many decisions we need to make, or too many opinions that you have to understand, too many choices and things like that. I feel that, this is a very cluttered kind of a state, and you need to calm this down. So things might not be clear. You might, be digging into too much information. You might need more information. But it's like a mind that cannot decide. So I don't think you should be taking in kind of decisions with this Eight of Swords out here. And I do feel that in today's world, there's nothing called as lack of choices or lack of options. You have too many. I think that's the problem here. So you're unable to decide which way, which one, and things like that. You have too many options, too many choices, and too many assumptions. Maybe you have too much going on. Have you, been spinning your wheels too many? Are you working too many jobs, or are you taking too many courses, or are you doing too many things? Because this is like too much mental activity, and there's no clarity. There is you're conflicted in your own headspace, and this is going to tire you out. And I do feel you're tired out because your Waning Moon is asking you to rest up. So meditate. I feel you just need to meditate. You just need to stop using too much of your mind. This is like the monkey mind. Monkey mind is what Eight of Swords is, You're so restless because you're thinking too much. Never-ending thoughts. So, try to balance out your mind. I think you definitely need some kind of spiritual practices, deep breathing and things like that, because you need to calm your mind down, Gemini. And today's world will confuse the heck out of us, It's like so much news, so many notifications, so much this, that, and the third, There's so much news, like 100 newspapers, 100 news, channels that are just constantly reporting something or the other, right or wrong, whatever that is, good, bad, ugly, everything's there. So you're constantly scrolling. That tires our mind, that tires our body, that tires our eyes. And it's a crazy world that we're living in. In one way, yeah, we want to stay connected. We want to know everything that's going on. But imagine how much data can you consume in one day. I really like the movie Inception for this. See that it's, especially the character, I think it's Dom Cobb in that movie. It's like, too many mental loops, too much inner conflict. So, yeah, see that movie. You'd understand what state I'm talking about. And I feel that, this reminds me of, the ifs and the buts. Like, oh, I really want to do this, but this, that, and the third. I really want to go here, but this, that, and the third. the restrictions that we have in our mind, the limitations that we put on ourselves. That's what the Eight of Swords is. So remove this, declutter your mind, Gemini. If you're unable to move forward because you fear, because of all the buts and ifs, or some kind of fears, or some kind of you feel like, is holding you back, that's all in your mind. That's what the Eight of Swords says. If you're not able to move forward because of whatever chatter is going on in your mind, it's just a thing of your mind, and you need to clear it out, because otherwise there's no restriction. Externally, there is no restriction, only internally in your head. Sorry about that noise. So this Eight of Swords, right now I feel that Gemini, some of you are so confused that it's not a good time to make a decision. And the planets are actually going to work their way into, providing you a solution. You just need to let it be. Don't overthink, analysis of paralysis, all of that, just keep it to the side. And there is Jupiter energy involved over here. This is the Jupiter in that play over here, Jupiter energy. So now Jupiter is a planet of faith, of growth, of optimism, and changes. It rules the wheel of fortune, the major arcana. And I feel that things that want to change for you, things will change. And Jupiter will ensure that it's in the right direction. So if you're confused, if you're working on a problem, you don't have a solution, whatever be your case that's keeping you stuck, just let it be. Wait for some time. The things will start to mellow down. You will start to find solutions. Solutions will come to you. It's just that don't make important decisions at this point. Don't get bothered. Try to relax. Try to calm. Try to incorporate some spiritual practices, and just, don't just to spend your days analyzing and overanalyzing. Now, if this is not your energy, Gemini, you might be hearing this around you, like a lot of delays happening because things are uncertain or things have changed up, or the corporates. If you're working for that, they might want to take a pause before their launch to work out the kinks, or review things further and things like that. So review process is the Eight of Swords, because things are stuck, or people are just, not coming to a conclusion, or there are negotiations going on back and forth. So you might be in that situation. You might be negotiating. People might be negotiating. You might be hearing a lot of negotiations going on around you, or at a global level even. Now, you might also see that people are very indecisive. They can't really decide. Maybe you invite them for an event and they're like, I don't know, maybe this, that, and that, this, that, and the third. So you might hear a lot of maybes, I'm not sure, ifs and buts, and all of those things around you, happening around you. It's like when we open the fridge to eat something and we really don't know what to eat. We can't decide what to eat. It's that moment. So just take a break. I feel that that's the only solution right now. Take a break, give it some gap, give it some, pause time, and things will start to work out. And if you're asking too many people about their advices and opinions, then this will make the situation even worse. I feel you've already done that, and, multiple people might have advised you differently, and that's what's confusing you even more. Now, below down it says, release one part and the swords fall away. Stillness is not failure. It is the doorway to freedom. And the last card for today, Gemini, you have is the turtle, and it says retreat. Stop trying to make something happen. Exactly. The Eight of Swords is exactly that energy of not doing anything. Taking a break, go on a vacation, or just take a day off from everything, from overthinking, from thinking anything at all, or from planning anything at all, or from researching anything at all. Because turtle spirit over here, see, it's a water energy, it's a water element. So some of you, it's good if you spend time by the water, to refresh your energies, to wash away any kind of confusion. And it says stop trying to make something happen. So don't force things to work out a certain way, because it won't be good. If you try to force too much, it means that, it wasn't working in the first place because it wasn't meant to be, or the timing is not right. It could be about, when the timing is right, things will start to work out. Now, total energy is also about protecting your energy. It has a hard shell, which it protects itself with. So just, keep your energy cleansed is, I feel what this total spirit is encouraging in your case, especially with the Eight of Swords in the background. Whatever is meant for you will not really, require this kind of force and struggle. So retreat, take a break, go someplace, visit someplace, so that you're able to, things will clear out and you'll be able to move forward. It's not that you will not go anywhere from here. And I do understand that the collective Gemini energy, the air energy, it's fast moving. And for you guys to slow it down, it's kind of like, going against the grain, like it's, pushing against your elemental qualities. But at this point in time, with all the cards that have come out for you, Gemini, right now, any kind of decision will backfire on you. So don't force anything, because that'll backfire on you. Pushing your agendas will backfire. So don't push anything too hard. Let things just fall into place on their own. You will get the clarity and it'll come to you. You won't have to chase it. It will come to you. Now, for those of you that are in some kind of trying to negotiate deals or sending messages or following up and things like that, and people are not responding, and you're messaging them again and they're not responding, this is a kind of push. You won't get the answer soon. So let them just send another message and wait for them to respond. Stop chasing, stop following, and they will come back. Now, total spirit is earthy energy as well. It's earthy and water energy. They can survive on both land and water. So I feel that ground your emotions, ground your thoughts, come from a place of stability, and use some spiritual practices that, whatever works for you to are kind of still is to calm your mind down. And, I feel that when you calm down and you do things with a calm mind, first of all, the Eight of Swords energy, when you take a break a few hours, few days, things will start coming to you. And when you create from a place of calm, you create better, you create more efficiently, you create for long term. So be patient, don't overburden yourself, don't chase things, take periodic breaks. You can reassess things, of course. You can, in a day or two, you can reevaluate your plans and things, or even check back with what needs to be done. Your to-do list, whatever it is, reassessing, reevaluating, you can do it after a day or two. But for right now, just put that a snooze, push the snooze button. And I feel that once you stop trying, things will start to resolve, yeah? So this pause is a healing pause. It's a strategic pause for you. All you need to do is just, detach from the situation for a bit and things will start to fall in place. You will get the information, you will get the answers, everything will start to move forward. And it's the tap into your wisdom, your earthy wisdom, like when to say, when to push, when not to push, and things like that. So use that wisdom, and do things with wisdom, do things wisely. Now, if you're in the middle of planning an event, you can always, or planning a release, you can always postpone it. That's okay. Maybe you had planned for, to invite people over to your house and you send the invitations, but you got so much going on. You can always send out the postponing announcement and let them know that, yeah, it was planned, but then something came up and we will do that again next month. Everybody understands that. Even if they don't, it's okay. Even in the day-to-day mundane activities, you can always push something out for tomorrow. It's not too late, so rest up and you can always get your to-do list in a bit. Even I would say, like, if you have to respond to messages or emails, that can also wait, so don't just respond fast, unless it's an urgent situation, of course, that needs your immediate attention. But outside of that, just try to take things a little bit slow. Further, it says, when you retreat into your shell, you gather strength. Trust the pause. Yeah, it's about trusting the pause, trusting the, having faith in the process, and trusting the timing also. So further it says, when you retreat into your shell, you gather strength. Trust the poise, the path will unfold when you are ready. So obviously you're not ready. You are fully ready. You might be 95% ready. But the universe knows when you're going to be 100% ready. And that's when things will start moving forward and things will come to you. Okay, so Gemini, those were your messages and hope you enjoyed them. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye for now.